In a historic move, Paris will permit swimming in the Seine River for the first time since 1923, with 3 public pools set to open on July 5th following successful Olympic events that demonstrated improved water quality.
프랑스 파리시는 올림픽을 성공적으로 개최하면서 센느강의 수질이 입증된 것을 계기로 올 여름 센강에서 1923년 이후 처음으로 일반인의 수영을 허가할 예정입니다. 이에 따라 오는 7월 5일부터 센느강의 새 지점에 수영 가능 구역이 신설됩니다. So you can now swim in the summertime in the Seine.
Is it really safe though? Because I mean, during the Olympics, isn't this what a lot of people were talking about?
They were talking about it, but I guess, they said, well, no one had any skin problems or anything like that, and so it's safe. Anyone who wants to swim in the Seine, you can now officially do so.
Yeah, starting July 5th. So this is according to France's sports minister, and the initiative aims to make the river accessible for all, with sites located near the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame Cathedral, and the National Library. So each location will offer changing rooms, showers, and lifeguards with floating platforms in place for the summer vacances season. And the move follows over €1 billion invested in cleaning the Seine, with Olympic test events last year proving the water quality up to standard. Swimming was banned back in 1923, of course, due to pollution. So this marks a major milestone in Paris's environmental and urban revival efforts. Officials say that the project also responds to climate change, offering much needed cooling spaces as summer heat intensifies.
그래요. 탈의실, changing rooms, 그리고 샤워실, showers도 다 구비가 된다고 합니다. Okay, let's have a look at the word to permit.
Yes, so it's used as a verb and it means to give authorization or consent to someone to allow them or to allow them to do something.
그렇죠. 가능하게 하다, 허락하다라는 동사로 여기서는 쓰였어요. But it can be a noun. So a driving permit.
Parking permit, driving permit, yes.
Yeah.
In the US, you usually start off with a permit. And then it moves on to a license. So it's a permit that you get when you first start driving. And then after you pass, so this is in high school, after you pass everything, you get an official driver's license.
I don't know what that would be in Korean because we only have the driver's license.
Yeah.
We don't have anything before that.
Yeah.
You'd either
Because you
have a
don't
license.
start driving very early here.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. 우리는 그냥 운전 면허증만 있잖아요. Driver's license. 근데 미국에서는 그 라이선스 있기 전에 permit라는 게 따로 또 주어져서 좀 더 어린 나이에 퍼미트가 있으면 운전을 할 수 있고 그 다음에 나중에 라이선스를 받게 되는 거군요.
I don't remember what exactly it was, but I think you had to have like someone older who had a license like with you when you were driving, something like that. Yeah, and then you would get an official license.
Yeah, because I know in the States, kids as young as, 16,
You
15.
take driver's education classes in high school. So in your second year, in your sophomore year, usually.
All right.
Yeah.
So late teens, but not as late as in Korea.
Yeah.
So you can get a permit first. 허가증 정도가 될 것 같으네요. 운전 허가증.
It allows you to do something.
맞아요. 네, 그래서 보호자가 옆에 있다라는 전제하에 미국에서는 사실 대중교통보다는 아무래도 차로 이동을 하는 게 훨씬 용이하기 때문에 그렇게 하는 것 같습니다. 자, 그다음에 demonstrate.
Demonstrate. So it means to clearly show something. In this case, it demonstrated that the water was clean, right? So it clearly showed the truth of something. So it gives some sort of proof or evidence to show something.
그렇죠. 자, 무언가를 입증하고 보여주는 것을 to demonstrate something이라고 하는데 the Olympics was it last summer? Demonstrated improved water quality in the Seine River. So now people are saying, I think it's fine to swim there for everyone else. Politicians that swam in it last year and they had a few sort of famous people swim in the Seine and Olympians as well.
Yeah,
So,
but didn't they like throw up after
some people did. Well, but nonetheless, they've decided to do this.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it takes effort, and I think it shows that they will continue to try to clean it up and make the water cleaner. So, and they're going to pay attention to it. So this is a positive move.
아하. One of our listeners, 김윤호님 says, 한국도 똑같이 허가증이 있을 거예요. 동승시 운전 가능. 그런 게 있어요, 우리나라도? I didn't know that.
Me neither.
All right, well, let me read the headline one more time. In a historic move, Paris will permit swimming in the Seine River for the first time since 1923, with 3 public pools set to open on July 5th, following successful Olympic events that demonstrated improved water quality. Here's our next headline.
British ultra-endurance athlete William Goode has set a new world record by running 3,800 kilometers across Australia in 35 days in order to raise funds for cancer charities in memory of his late mother.
체력 한계에 도전하는 영국의 달리기 주자 윌리엄 구드가 35일 만에 3,800km를 달려 호주를 횡단하는 신기록을 세웠습니다. 이번 도전은 작고 한 자신의 어머니를 기리기 위해 암 관련 자선 모금을 목표로 했던 것으로 알려졌습니다. Just to add, in many Western countries, running for charity is a very common thing to do. I don't know if they do it as much in Korea. I know a lot of people love running in Korea.
Well, I can think of Sean, the singer from Jinushan.
진우션의 션,
He runs
네.
for various causes.
That's
yes.
exactly what we're talking about. 네.
Yeah.
사실 외국에서는 아주 어릴 때부터 이렇게 달리기를 해서 모금 행사하는 경우가 아주 많습니다. 그 자선 모금. 그래가지고 뭐 굉장히 좀 자연스러운 그런 뭐라 그럴까요? 모금 행동이기는 했지만 좀 특별한 의미가 있죠. In this case, we're talking about a really, really long distance
Yes.
in a short span of time, and it was also to cherish and to remember his late mother.
Yeah, so we call these races like cross country, right? Because it's going from one part of the country to another part of the country, right?
Right, exactly.
So he broke this record. He completed the 3,800 kilometer trek. It goes from Perth to Bondi Beach. So it's going from West Australia to Sydney.
Yeah.
And he made this in 35 days. And what it is basically he's running 2.5 marathons, or about 100 kilometers per day. And he ran through dust storms. He had bone pain. He even felt hallucinations. So it was a really, really difficult race. So the 31-year-old placed flowers on Bondi Shore in memory of his late mother, whose battle with cancer inspired the run and helped him to push through the pain. And his journey raised funds for cancer charities across the UK, US, and Australia. And despite questions from some in the running community about his tracking data, Good stands by his record and says that he took every single step, and the feat now awaits verification from Guinness World Records, who currently recognizes a 39-day record set back in 2023. And he says that it was the toughest thing that he has ever done, but definitely the deepest emotional experience.
This is like almost 100 marathons.
Yeah.
In about a month.
Yeah.
So that's
crazy.
incredible.
Yeah.
Well, this person is an ultra endurance athlete.
Right. So we call things that are ultra endurance athletic events activities that exceed 6 hours in duration.
Ultra endurance가 ultra power, ultra 뭐가 있을까요? Ultra light.
Ultra high definition TVs, UHD TVs.
그렇죠.
Yeah.
뭔가 이게 초과하는 초라는 접두어가 되겠고, endurance라는 것 자체는 이제 견뎌낸다는 뜻이지만 우리가 이제 운동과 체육에서 말할 때는 초장거리를 얘기하고요. athlete는 선수죠. 그래서 초장거리 달리기 선수, ultra endurance athlete라고 볼 수 있겠습니다. And he did this in memory of his mother, his late mother.
Right. So we use this when we are honoring someone who has passed away.
Yeah. 자, 누군가를 기리며 추모해서 이런 의미죠. In memory of someone. 다시 한번 제가 읽어보겠습니다. British ultra-endurance athlete William Goode has set a new world record by running 3,800 kilometers across Australia in 35 days in order to raise funds for cancer charities in memory of his late mother. Let's move on to the final headline.
A small town in western France has set a world record for the largest gathering of people dressed as Smurfs, with organizers counting over 3,000 participants.
프랑스 서부의 작은 도시 랑데르노에 만화 캐릭터 스머프 복장을 한 사람들이 주최 측 집계로 3,000명 이상 모이면서 해당 도시가 이 부문 세계 최고 기록을 경신했습니다. Tell us more.
Yeah, so fun story, right?
Yeah.
It's a very, very small French town, and they say that 3,076 people dressed as Smurfs gathered together to break the world record for the largest Smurf gatherings. And after 2 failed attempts, the town finally beat the previous record of 2,762, which was set by a German town back in 2019. So participants of all ages, they put on blue face paint,
Yeah.
the white hats, and sang Smurf-themed songs in the joyful event. And even an 82-year-old grandmother joined in, sipping beer as a Smurfette on a cafe terrace, while others traveled hundreds of kilometers to take part in this event. And this event was actually supported by a major motion picture company because there's an upcoming movie that's coming out in July. So it was seen as a welcome break from the locals, and organizers credited good weather, strong community spirit, and of course free movie tickets for the turnout.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, just looking at the pictures, I can see people in their blue face paint
Yeah.
and they're really going all out. I think in Korea, a lot of people are familiar with the Smurfs as well.
Of course.
And the Smurfs were created by the Belgian cartoonist Peyo in 1958, and they are still loved to this day. In France, the Smurfs are apparently called the Schtroumpfs. A little bit different. In Korea, Smurf.
Yes.
Okay, there was a gathering of about 3,000 people.
Right. A gathering is an assembly or a meeting, especially a social or festive one or one that's held for a specific purpose like this one, where people gathered for a specific meeting to break a world record.
사람들이 모여 있는 것을 이게 표현하고 있는 거죠. There was a gathering of over 3,000 Smurfs. The next one is organizer.
Organizers. Organizers, it's a person who organizes or a person who arranges something like an event, especially by planning and coordinating, putting together the efforts of others.
네, 행사의 주최 측, 주최자를 organizer라고 말할 수 있겠고요. 뭐 그 외에도 우리가 이제 책상 정리하는 뭐 필통이라든지 뭐 이런 것들도 이제
Yeah.
어떻게 보면 정리를 해주는 물건이라서
Right.
desk organizer
Right.
이렇게 부를 수 있을 텐데,
Right.
자, 이 기사 속에서는 사람을 아니면 주최 측을 얘기하고 있습니다. 자, 다시 한번 제가 읽어볼게요. A small town in western France has set a world record for the largest gathering of people dressed as Smurfs, with organizers counting over 3,000 participants. Well, that's it for the headlines this morning with Karen Choi.